Police in Utah have released body camera footage of a deadly arrest. This was an unarmed man. I don't believe they shot him. New body cam footage shows SL, this is Salt Lake City Police Department officers, restrained man in gravel before his death. The department was notified that the man died less than an hour after the confrontation, but his exact time of death is unknown, according to a news release. Officers were initially called to a report of an attempted theft and disturbance near Fisher Brewing on August 14th. This happened at about 3:16 p.m. An emergency call audio also released by the department. The caller reported that a man wearing only socks and underwear had tried to run inside the brewery and steal beer. The caller told dispatchers the man seemed to be having a mental health crisis and requested mental health resources to be sent to the scene. The man was later identified as 35-year-old Nykon Brandon. So, content warning again. We're watching the footage from the Salt Lake City Police Department as they confront the man. Sir, the first thing when I see a cop with a full sleeve tattoo like that is, I would like to examine what those tattoos are of, sir. I would also like to see your chest and your back. Just because I'm a little suspicious. But I might be jumping to conclusions. It looks like a basketball.
Stop.
It is indeed wearing underwear.
Stop. Go.
Yeah, you shouldn't have tackled him like that. The man needs help. He needs a counselor. He needs a psychiatrist. He doesn't need to be pushed into the fucking gravel and held down and choked.
Hey. All right. Stop. All right.
You're hurting him. Oh. That has to fucking hurt.
Stop.
Those of you listening to the audio, it's like the little small gravel that you have in like landscaping. They're on the side of the street. They're off the street in like a little median that has gravel in the center of it.
Stop.
And the cop has his head
Right now.
They're choking him with his own arm, and they're like pressing his head against the gravel. Now he's like trying to break free, and they're punching him. God damn.
Grab his hand. Grab his hand.
My God.
All right.
Yeah, just pushing his head into the fucking gravel. Fuck you, pig.
Behind your back.
You have his hands. How is he going to put his hands behind his back?
Put your hands behind your back. Do it now.
You just saw it. He was holding his arm.
I gotta get off there. He's gotta get off there. I gotta say.
Pieces of shit.
Come on. Stop resisting. Come on. Swing his hand back. Knock it off.
Holding his head into the gravel with both hands, choking him, probably holding like the carotid artery down. he's handcuffed now. One has his fucking fist in the dude's back.
My fucking stop.
They're absolutely suffocating him right now. This is worse than what they did to George Floyd.
Yeah, we need
Gonna need a rep.
It's very comparable.
You sure grabbing your gun and your gun?
Yeah.
Yeah, now he's not on like the shoulders. He's on like his
Relax, dude.
the upper part of his arm.
Talk to us, man. Talk to us. Space we can
Yeah.
give you.
You want to sit up?
We can sit you up if you stop.
You got to be cooperative, though, man. We want to help you. You got to stop fighting with us. Got the rep.
You fucking tackled him and held his head down in gravel.
Talk with us. You gonna be cool?
Pull the pants down.
You're all murderers. 5, 6 of you. You're all murderers. 7, 8.
No, I think it's just here.
Charges immediately.
I slammed my knee to that fucking gravel.
You alright?
So hard.
Oh, fuck your knee, dude. Fuck your knee. Yes, he's dead now. He died within an hour of this incident. This happened 2 weeks ago. The body camera footage just released over the weekend.
I slammed my knee into it. Not fine. Okay.
Yeah, so he died within an hour of this. This needs to be a bigger deal. In the footage, Brandon tries to fight off the officer and grab his weapon as another officer tackles Brandon to the ground near a curb. I did not see him grab for a weapon. I did not see him grab for a weapon. The two officers then attempt to restrain the man, and granted, we really couldn't see because we had that officer's body camera. Yeah, fucking Salt Lake. At 3:24 p.m., another officer arrives, and officers have 3 hands holding Brandon's neck and head down in the gravel. At this point, 4 officers are holding the man down, the footage shows. 1 near his head and neck, 1 pinning his back to the ground, and 2 at his legs. Remember, and for those of you who just got here and didn't hear the whole story, the caller said he was having a mental episode and did not request cops. Requested somebody with training. At about 3:27 p.m., Brandon groans and another officer pats him on the shoulder, asking if Brandon can hear him. He repeats himself twice while tapping Brandon's shoulder to no response. The officer rolls him on his back. The footage shows scratches down one of Brandon's arms as officers turn him over, and he appears unconscious. Is he alive? It sounds like an officer asked. The footage ends as officers begin to administer medical aid, according to a news release. I don't believe they administered medical aid. Bullshit. Don't believe it for a second. Police then administered the first of multiple doses of Nykon, a medication used to reverse opioid overdoses, at 3:28 p.m. and began CPR according to the release. Brandon was then taken by ambulance to a hospital at an unspecified time. At 4:16 p.m., Salt Lake City police were notified that Brandon had died, but his exact time of death is unknown. Outside agency is conducting an investigation into Brandon's death in accordance with the Salt Lake City Police Department's officer-involved critical incident protocol. The department's internal affairs unit also is conducting a separate investigation. As of Friday, it remains unclear if a medical examiner has determined Brandon's cause and manner of death. Neither was mentioned in the police news release. Earlier this month, Salt Lake City Police Department released body camera footage of another altercation with a subject who later died. Did we see that? Let's finish reading about this. Oh, it's all about this one. Okay. I don't want to die. Body camera footage shows Salt Lake City police restraint of woman that led to her death. Once again, we're going to see some pigs do some horrible shit. I can indeed advocate for getting some phone calls complaining about their behavior.
Hey, listen, what's your name?
Help me!
What's your name? You're gonna go to jail if you don't even tell us your name, so...
God damn.
I'm gonna go to jail anyways, so...
Okay, well, at least tell us your name.
Well,
so...
yeah, because she knows how cops are.
433, right?
What is your name?
What's your name?
Hey, what do you use your cell phone to call the police?
We are the police.
Yeah, but I want to hear them confirm that.
We are the police. You see the red and blues?
Help! They're gonna kill me! Help me!
She has the right to do that, actually.
Help! Help!
Sit down.
Help! 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 Help me! Help me!
Stay down.
Please don't. Please don't.
Stay
Please.
down.
Okay, I'll stay down.
Okay, just tell us your name so we can get it over with.
Please don't tell me. I don't want to die. Please, I have something to do.
You're not gonna die. Tell us your name. You have an ID on you?
No, it got stolen.
Okay, what's your name?
Oh, you're right, RB. It's been going on for so long.
Damn. Can I have some water, please?
You want? If you tell me your name, maybe.
Oh, that's just exploitation.
Well, you want water? I want your name.
Can you call some more police, please?
No.
This is the same police department.
Help! Please help me! I have to do good things still. I sound like all those stupid people on TV, don't I? Huh?
Just tell us your name.
Sound pretty ridiculous.
I'm fucked up.
You're right, Sassy. They like to escalate. I think it gets their pee-pees hard.
No.
I should fight you? Or?
They feel like big men when they're bullying people.
I won't hurt you. Please.
We're going to cut off your backpack if you don't give us your
And
name.
you know, I would love it if they went after, rich assholes and bullied them, people that deserve it.
You need to stop.
Stop.
I don't want my backpack. It's a good backpack.
Yeah, the gross oversimplification, Professor Q. You're right.
Help me! Help! Help! No, you said you win.
Stop kicking, dude.
You just destroyed her backpack, you piece of shit.
I got it.
Oh, no.
I don't know the woman's situation. That could be her only fucking possession in the world, and you just destroyed its functionality. You gigantic piece of shit.
433. Can we get her out?
Oh, God, just such about me a cop.
Hey, from.
Help! Help me! Please don't tell me! Help! Help! Not happening!
This poor woman.
I love you guys.
Well, why are you kicking me then if you love me?
I got all of your things, but I don't think you should be killing you. Help! Help!
423, right?
I think you guys are awesome.
I think the profession attracts psychopaths, sociopaths, just by the nature of what you're doing. It attracts a certain personality type.
Sorry, do this.
Stop.
You stop it. You fucking stop. Help! I do. Help! Help! What is it? You put me on that thing too.
Cut the... do you have a knife? Cut this back.
Hey, do I put the words out?
Yeah.
Stop cutting her belongings, you pieces of shit.
Hey, let's take the gun back. I'll just take it back. How about that?
Say no to drugs and have less problems.
Okay, first of all, alcohol is a great drug.
It is. Look where you're at.
Drugs aren't her problem, I assure you. She probably is medicating herself to get away from her problems.
Okay. That's okay.
So, I'm here on part-time. She's trying to get into this fueling station over here. That's
Here we go again with the knees on the back, twisting their
so she's
arms,
coming out, she's
same
trying to-
deal.
They called me. And
Want to cuff her legs?
I'm on my way.
Holding the head down on the ground.
They informed me that she's running circles in traffic. Like, she's got two sticks. One's a metal.
Oh, really?
And she
So you're doing it for her protection is what you're saying. Welcome, Tones. We've unfortunately had to watch two incredibly horrendous videos by the same police department. So I didn't know about the one in January. We just watched them kill a man holding his head down in the gravel for about, 5 minutes? 5.5 minutes? They use drugs as an excuse to beat the shit out of mentally ill people. You're exactly right, Phoebe. Meanwhile, in Arizona, a cop has been indicted after fatally shooting a man in a wheelchair. A former Tucson, Arizona police officer who was fired after fatally shooting an armed shoplifting suspect using a motorized wheelchair 9 times last year has been indicted for manslaughter. We've already watched that footage here on the show, so I kind of can't watch another cop shooting video right now. Ryan Remington was served with a summons on Thursday, according to Pima County Attorney Laura Conover. He faces between 3 to 12.5 years in prison if convicted. John Bradley, a lawyer for the family of the 61-year-old victim, Richard Lee Richards, will be filing a separate civil lawsuit in the coming weeks. This is the victim. There is him in his motorized wheelchair. The November 29th shooting unfolded while Remington was off duty and working as a security guard at a Walmart. He had been informed by a loss prevention employee that a man in a motorized wheelchair was suspected of stealing a toolbox, and a pair followed Richards out to the parking lot. And the pair followed Richards out to the parking lot. Remington asked Richards to show a receipt for the toolbox. Instead, Richards brandished a knife and said, "Here's your receipt." That's cool. He then moved towards a nearby Lowe's, ignoring warnings not to enter the store. "If you want me to put down the knife, you're going to have to shoot me," he reportedly told Remington as Richards began to enter the shop. Remington warned, "Do not go into the store, sir," according to body camera footage from a second officer who arrived at the scene. Remington then opened fire on the suspect, who was hit nine times. A cab. A settlement has been reached in a case that accused jail staff of taking a pregnant inmate in distress to the hospital. And they allegedly stopped to get Starbucks on the way. And then the baby died after birth. A former inmate who alleges her newborn died in the hospital after staff at a California jail was slow to respond to her medical emergency, including stopping at Starbucks as they drove her to the hospital, has now had their settlement of $480,000 approved in a federal wrongful death lawsuit. The Orange County Board of Supervisors voted unanimously on Tuesday to approve the settlement in a closed-door session. None of the board members commented on it during the public portion of the meeting. CNN has reached out to the board and the Orange County Sheriff's Department for comment. Sandra Quinas was 6 months pregnant when she was incarcerated during March of 2016 in the Orange County Jail, according to a complaint filed in 2020. When her water broke unexpectedly that month, she pushed the call button in her cell for 2 hours without a response. When jail staff responded, they decided to transport Quinas, I'm probably saying her name wrong, Quinoas, to the hospital on a non-emergency basis instead of calling an ambulance. The jail staff did not provide any medical treatment and instead stopped for Starbucks on the way to the hospital and made Quinoas wait in the back of a van, bleeding and in labor, instead of transporting Quinoas directly to the hospital. Quinoas gave birth at the hospital, but the baby soon died, leaving her with a severe and extreme post-traumatic stress disorder and depression. This was in 2016. Thanks, Obama. Obama was still president. This is before they did away with Roe v. Wade. I love this story. Former Contra Costa County Sheriff's Deputy of the Year arrested on illegal gun charges. Contra Costa County Sheriff's investigators in California have arrested a 15-year veteran deputy who won Officer of the Year twice in a row. During an illegal firearms investigation, the sheriff's office on Friday said they booked Matthew Buckley, 41, of Pinole, into the Martinez detention facility on 2 counts of felony grand theft of a firearm, 2 counts of receiving stolen property, filing a false report, and possession of a controlled substance. Oh, he had drugs on top of it.